I'm continually shocked by the types of individuals that listen to this conversation because they come up to me sometimes. So I hear from politicians, I hear from some rural people, I hear from entrepreneurs all over the world, whether they are the entrepreneurs building some of the biggest companies in the world or they're, early stage startups. For those people that are listening to this conversation now, that are in positions of power and influence, world leaders, let's say, what's your message to them?
I'd say what you need is highly regulated capitalism. That's what seems to work best.
And what would you say to the average person? Not doesn't work in the industry, somewhat concerned about the future, doesn't know if they're helpless or not. What should they be doing in their own lives?
My feeling is there's not much they can do. This isn't going to be decided by, just as climate change isn't going to be decided by people separating out the plastic bags from the compostables. That's not going to have much effect. It's going to be decided by whether the lobbyists for the big energy companies can be kept under control. I don't think there's much people can do to, except for try and pressure their governments to force the big companies to work on AI safety. That they can do.
You've lived a fascinating, winding life. I think one of the things most people don't know about you is that your family has a big history of being involved in tremendous things. You have a family tree, which is one of the most impressive that I've ever seen or read about. Your great grandfather, George Bull, founded the Boolean algebra logic, which is one of the foundational principles of modern computer science. You have your great grandmother, Mary Everest Bull, who was a mathematician and educator who made huge leaps forward in mathematics from what I was able to ascertain. The list goes on and on and on. I mean, your great uncle, George Everest, is what Mount Everest is named after. Is that correct?
I think he's my great uncle. His niece married George Bull. So Mary Bull was Mary Everest Bull. She was the niece of Everest.
And your first cousin once removed, Joan Hinton, was involved in a nuclear physicist who worked on the Manhattan Project, which is the World War II development of the first nuclear bomb.
Yeah, she was one of the two female physicists at Los Alamos. And then, after they dropped the bomb, she moved to China.
Why?
She was very cross with them dropping the bomb. And her family had a lot of links with China. Her mother was friends with Chairman Mao. Quite weird.
When you look back at your life, Geoffrey, with the hindsight you have now and the retrospective clarity, what might you have done differently if you were advising me?
I guess I have two pieces of advice. One is, if you have an intuition that people are doing things wrong and there's a better way to do things, don't give up on that intuition just because people say it's silly. Don't give up on the intuition until you've figured out why it's wrong. Figured out for yourself why that intuition isn't correct. And usually it's wrong if it disagrees with everybody else, and you'll eventually figure out why it's wrong. But just occasionally you'll have an intuition that's actually right and everybody else is wrong. And I lucked out that way. Early on, I thought neural nets are definitely the way to go to make AI. And almost everybody said that was crazy. And I stuck with it because it just seemed to me it was obviously right. Now, the idea that you should stick with your intuitions isn't going to work if you have bad intuitions. But if you have bad intuitions, you're never going to do anything anyway, so you might as well stick with them.
And in your own career journey, is there anything you look back on and say, with the hindsight I have now, I should have taken a different approach at that juncture?
I wish I'd spent more time with my wife. And with my children when they were little. I was kind of obsessed with work.
Your wife passed away
Yeah.
from ovarian cancer?
No, or that was another wife.
Okay.
I had two wives die of cancer.
Oh, really? Sorry.
The first one died of ovarian cancer and the second one died of pancreatic cancer.